So, advice. It's a little bit tricky, this one, because I feel like I'm constantly giving advice, whether it's wanted or not, to be honest, as head of year. And so I'm like, another one of Dr. Pearce's rambles about something significant to him and means nothing to anybody else. I would say, I think probably my advice would be try to be a listener. Always try to listen to what the other person's saying. It's hard, but don't try to always problem solve for other people. I think sometimes that's our inclination, is to kind of jump in with a solution. And actually, I think we all like the opportunity to we all need someone to talk at and the wall to shout at, to hear our own voices and all that kind of thing. And I think sometimes that's all we need, because we don't need someone to come and say, well, you do this, do that, that'll be fine. I think it's important that we get our own sense of agency. I think that's really important. And I think probably the most important piece of advice is just try to be authentically yourself. I think that I always try to be who I really am, and I try to treat people in a way that kind of says to them that I recognise them and I'm respectful of them and who they are. And that's why perhaps I like being head of sixth form so much more than any other point in school life, because you're working with young adults who are finding out who they are and they're getting to be who they authentically are, and it's really lovely to give them that space.
Your 13s. I just want to tell you how much I'm going to miss you guys when you go. It has been such a wonderful 2 years together, and one of the things that I'm kind of proud of, I feel like I'm leaving my mark on you a little bit, just as you're leaving your mark on me. I'm so aggressively friendly, or as Dr. Pierce likes to say, assertively friendly. I remember at the beginning of your time at sixth form, I would say hi to everybody. I'd smile and wave from across the room. And when this first happened in year 12, you guys kind of looked at each other like this, or, you didn't really respond to me. But now I'm really proud to say that whenever I see you guys across the atrium, across the courtyard, you all wave back at me. And I'm really gonna miss seeing your faces. I'm really gonna miss having you around me. I'm gonna miss hearing you guys make fun of me for saying y'all. It's a great word though, by the way. Please keep it in your lexicon. And I just am so confident that you guys are gonna go out and do great things at every scale, from your own family to your neighborhoods to your universities to changing the world. And it's been such a privilege and an honor to be part of your journey. I'll miss you. So please come back and say hi and let me know all of the wonderful things that you're doing.
Year 13, you have been a special year group to me and my fellow deputy heads of sixth form, because you're the first group that we've seen all the way through from the beginning of year 12 almost to the end of year 13. I will never forget that sunny day where we all first met, and we went down to the pottery cafe and made some pots, and my form group made me laugh with their incredible pot designs and brought me a beautiful pencil with a panda on it that still sits proudly on my desk. You've all, whether it's been as your English teacher or giving you slightly wacky assemblies with stories from our lives, or just kind of hanging out with you in the atrium, you've been a wonderful year group who it's been a lot of fun to get to know, and I wish you all the very best for the future, and please keep in touch with us.
The best memory. My best memory, I think I can't go directly into because it's very embarrassing, but those that were there will know. When I misspoke and read out the words in the wrong order from Frankenstein and made quite a normal phrase sound incredibly sexually suggestive, and my class never let me forget. Clemmy Lloyd-Williams brought it up, I think, probably every 2 weeks just to remind me of my error, and that's probably one of my best memories of many of the year group, although it's difficult to pick them. And in terms of things for the future, I suppose the biggest thing that I always think is that you are also talented, and what you have is time, and your time is the most valuable thing. And I suppose my life advice to you is to think about what you want to do with your time and where you want to give your time. It's not all about having all the money in the world, and it's not all about having the most sort of Instagrammable life, but actually it's about finding the joy where you have it and with the people that bring you joy as well, and making the most of that, because actually time goes quickly and time is precious, and I think that's what I'd like you all to think about. So enjoy your futures and university and spend your time wisely.
So, Nasisa, end of year 13, what did you think of the class?
What an achievement. Can't believe it's over. It was such a tough
the end
year,
is in
wasn't
sight.
it?
Huge
It's a really
class.
big gig.
Yeah. What was the toughest
Disruptive.
thing? There was one really disruptive
Just
pupil
that
in the
one,
class.
that's just one person.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's over.
Tough registration, tough gig. Yeah. Okay, so some highlights then. Some highlights about Alex.
Oh, highlights.
Yeah.
Before we actually talk
Okay.
about that, the highlights. If that
Yeah.
one person isn't in,
Yeah.
that just means there's no lesson.
Oh, lesson off.
There's no
lesson off. We enjoy that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But on a much serious note,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's been really pleasure to teach Alex.
Yeah.
Hardworking,
Yeah.
funny,
Yeah.
easy to work with.
Yeah.
Really outgoing. Knows exactly what they want. It's just been really delightful to have that one
Also,
person.
sitting 5 meters away from us by chance
Yes,
as we film
he's
this, smiling
pretending.
now.
He's pretending they're not listening.
But I think we've both had a great time teaching Alex. I know that for sure.
Yes, 100%.
And Alex, we wish you all the very best for university and everything. You're going to be
Oh,
absolutely
sweet.
amazing and a really good student to
look
go
at
to
them
uni.
giggling.
Study the subject. Any more compliments you'd like? A few more compliments. We'll think of some more afterwards. It's been your form group as well, hasn't it? Year
Yes,
13.
my year 13, my
Yeah.
first form at Notting Hill has been an absolute pleasure to absolve that out. It's just, every one of them is just a ball of energy and really fun to be with. Constant news, constant drama, in a good way, obviously. So I will definitely miss them next year. All the best. Upwards and onwards.
Enjoy the summer.
Enjoy it.
So I've really appreciated you as a year of how friendly and welcoming you are and how much energy you brought, whether it's from Alex and Harini not being able to work together without falling over in a fit of laughter or squabbling over a pen, or the constant mockery of Edie for having an early lunch or still having not done the binomial test. You've been such a great year group to teach, and I love all of your little quirks, whether it's Amara not being able to start work without having drawn a picture of everyone in the class on the whiteboard, or Sophie trying to teach me about One Direction and me still having completely failed to learn anything she's tried to say. So thank you for the enjoyment I've had from you for the last couple of years. You've all been great, and I really wish you luck going forward. A little bit of advice, just really pursue your interests. University and life beyond you is so much better when you find the right people, and the best way of doing that is to go and explore your interests, and the right people will find you.
Okay, year 13, I want to wish you all the best for your exams and for your future as you leave. You might remember me saying to you ages ago that one day our aim is that you leave and you don't look back, but we always look a little bit sadly down the path as you go. So I'm going to say, as an old girl of the school myself, as you know, we have a tea every September, and someday in 5 years, 10 years, come back, see your old friends. And if I could give you any advice for when you go to uni, from time to time, get in touch with your old friends. Being new at uni can be a bit exhausting. And remember the girls who are on their gap years, they want to keep in touch with people, they don't want to be left behind. Keep in touch, girls, and I wish you all the best. Bye.
Okay, year 13, the time has come. You've spent all your years at this school and now you're off. It's been a pleasure. I've only known you guys for 2 years, but it's been 2 years that I've cherished a lot. I've enjoyed my time teaching y'all some maths, physics, chemistry, the odd comp ski here and there. I love talking to you all about films and dance. I love doing the panto with all of you as well. It was great fun. Many memories that I'm going to keep with myself, and I hope that you do too. As a parting message, I will say, as a physicist, I can't help but think back to the fact that you all are made up of elements stronger or heavier than iron, and you know that those are only made at the heart of a dying star. So, whenever in doubt, just remember that you're literally made of stardust.
I would say definitely make sure that do everything 100%. Make sure that you make those mistakes early on in your life, because you will always recover from them, and you will definitely be more resilient because of that. Any decision you make is going to be a good decision in that moment. It's only afterwards, when you find out whether or not it has, how it's impacted your life. I would say making the trip to Strasbourg happen, because it did take a little bit of time to get it going, and actually it was a lot of fun. Guys, just be quiet for a second. It was a lot of fun going on that trip and just organising it. It was so great seeing how many people wanted to be part of that trip.
Okay, so a couple of memories from year 13 would be the very legitimate trip to Thorpe Park with year 13 physics, and our CERN trip as well, watching the old year 13s and the 12s at the time bonding over their shared interests was quite fun. Back to year 10 and 11, and one day, was it 11 green, I think, Carmen not talking about physics much at all. And then I'd say my advice for Beyond would be get up and go to those 9 AM lectures when you're at uni, and don't stay in bed like I did.
Some of my favourite memories, I taught 2 of your year 10 classes when I was in year 10, and we had the Friday afternoon slot 7 and 8, which was always really, really fun. And I will never forget, in the last lesson before study leave in year 11, Casey and Millie rapping the entirety of Ice Ice Baby, word for word, and we had some really fun karaoke lessons. And then your current, the current year 13 class that I have, and the year class I had last year were both fab, and I just loved our snack time lessons in year 13 and having a really fun year, really fun lessons. Take time and think about what you actually really want to do. Don't think about what school says you should do or your parents want you to do. Just think, if you want a gap year, have a gap year. If it doesn't go your way and you want to redo something or apply for a different course, just think about what's really going to make you truly happy, because life is long and what you decide now is not going to be the beginning and end.
So goodbye, year 13. You were my first year 8 class when I came to this school and showed me how exciting year 8 physics could be. I'm so enthusiastic, we've got to do so many great things. And I can't believe you're now year 13, leaving. Good luck for the future. I always think of, you keep Hubble's deep space image in your head. You look at a tiny, dark piece of sky. There's nothing there, but if you zoom in closely, you find thousands of galaxies. So if things ever get a bit difficult, just remember there's always light in that difficult bit of time, and you'll always find out what to do. Good luck, keep in touch.
Good luck, guys, and well done, you have made it.
I would just say, do what you do it well. And whatever your role's going to be in life, and just enjoy it. There's lots of memories of the year 13s, and there are funny ones, but there's lovely ones. I can remember obviously all my swimmers from even when they started off in the very younger years and going through and representing the school, and obviously with the water polo as well. So there's a lot of very good times there that I'll always treasure like that. But then even the ones that weren't swimmers, when I've come across them and met them on tours and whatnot, had some really good times, especially on the sports tours. We had some real fun, and that's been a time that I've enjoyed it, seeing them doing the other sports and whatnot. So it's been good.
I would give the year 13s the advice that my history teacher gave me when I left year 13, which was to understand that in the next 3 years of uni, or whatever happens to you, you're going to change more in those 3 years. So I would accept that, embrace that, and really think about how you're going to make the most of all those amazing opportunities that await you out there. Just really enjoy it. Don't forget to read, and don't forget school, because you might have enough friends here, and it's really important to remember.
Bye. So I remember the first lesson I had with year 13 English literature class, which was I walked in and the whole class was there, and the whole class were Iris's friends. So I can tell you how scared I was and intimidated by that. But they were amazing, and they've kept me in a Miss Hanbury box and an Iris's mum box, very clearly marked, and I'm very grateful for that. And it's been a real privilege to teach all the girls that I know Iris is so fond of and are so important to her. Advice for the future? Well, I just said to my year 13s just now, I think always remember that when a door closes, another door opens somewhere else. And whatever happens, whatever path you're on, you will have an amazing time. And don't worry if it's not the path that you thought it was. It will be wonderful.
So my favourite memories from this year 13 is obviously GCSE music. We had a great time learning about Wicked, Star Wars, and even Purcell. Also the numerous amount of concerts that a number of you have taken part in. Highlight for me was Anything Goes, the musical, seeing you all absolutely own that music on both on stage, in the band, backstage. It was such an incredible experience for me personally. And yeah, all of those of you who have taken part in the concerts, the recent spring concert we had where we saw some fabulous playing from my year 13 leavers. So I'd say those are some of my favourite memories. The advice, I would say, don't leave anything to chance. Take ownership of your life, take ownership of your decisions. Be kind, be selfless, but also look after yourself. Make decisions that are important to you, and put yourself first.
Such incredibly fond memories of all of you lovely, lovely people. Quite a few of you have been with me the whole way, including me arriving for my first ever experience at Notting Hill in Ealing, when I had a year 8 class that I had to do my observation lesson as part of my interview for Director of Drama. And that's an adorable thought, thinking you were in year 8, now all grown up and off into the wider world. I also have really, really fond memories kind of just coming out of the pandemic. That obviously wasn't fond. But doing a year 9 production of Midsummer Night's Dream, lots of you were involved with. Thinking about Uma on her flowery bed, which was a swing suspended in the drama studio. Although I don't think she was allowed to put any weight on it. And some very amusing acting involving a very tall you, Iris, and Zara being slightly less tall. And that was a gorgeous production. And all of the amazing work that you guys have done both on stage and backstage in all of our productions. From Adam's Family upwards. Oh, that was Adam's Family.
Yeah, that was the first whole school one.
Yeah, it was the chorus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was amazing. And Anything Goes. And so proud of Daisy pulls it off. And gosh, the Rover there.
Wow.
Very
good memories. Yes.
Brave Rover. And of course, I will always be incredibly grateful actually for working with such lovely, talented, creative, brilliant people as my drama lot, but also the much wider collective of you guys in the year group. You're fantastic, and I know you're going to go on and do amazing things. God, I give myself so much advice. I'd say don't worry about being a good girl. Not that you've got to be a baddie, quote my Iris, but it's really important to be true to yourself, be true to thine own, and also have confidence in your beliefs, and don't be afraid. It's very easy to kind of shy away from being yourself, or thinking that something about you is wrong and you need to be embarrassed about how you look, or how you sound, or how you compare yourself to other people, and you don't. Work on your self-belief, because self-belief, and that's not arrogance, that's just knowledge that you're doing your best and you're okay, will take you far. And actually I think this school is very good for building happy girls, and I hope that when you look back at yourselves, you can kind of think about, you know,
this is the formation point, isn't it? And now you're going to go out and exercise some really good groundwork. So don't lose sight of yourself. As I say, to yourself true. Don't worry too much about all the things in terms of romance and partners and all the things that are complicated and distracting. Have a goal, stick to it. And when it goes hideously wrong, which it will, cry, dry your eyes, and then get back up again. You're going to be fine. You are much stronger than you think. And I definitely, I think, would advise myself of that. Like, we are much more capable than we think. So be brave and be strong and go for it. And I've also, when I think about the fantastic time that we had in the summer, last summer now, taking Dre's can up to the Edinburgh Festival, that was a really incredible memory for me. And I'm just going to tremendously miss you. And I will be watching the space and great things. And let's go out and be great.
Favourite memory or funniest memory? It's really hard, this one, because I've been with your year group since year 7, and so I've got so many different memories. Some of them incredibly funny, incredibly happy, and some of them really quite sad and a little bit kind of poignant, and so all those things, particularly this point in time when I'm thinking about that, you know, you lot leaving and so on, all those things are rattling around in my head. I've got so many memories that I would not want to repeat on camera, because they're funny things that happen in the moment, in the context of being on DOV or being in Norway, or just conversations that I've had with you. I have so many happy memories of people just coming to talk to me and just sort of having, you know, coming into the office when I was in the maths office and coming in and having chats. I have happy memories of silly games we did in form time in year 7 and year 8. I have happy memories of things like being given the love of my life, Mr. Patrick Grant. And that being a whole thing for a while that no one else really understands. I don't know. There's so many. Yeah, I can't express them because I have so many happy memories running around inside my head, and they're all interwoven in this tapestry of my life and my pleasure of having known you for 7 years.